Hello everyone, this is Moses from Zaatar Gardens. I'm going to do an update here. We had about 4 nights of frost, 30, 31, and 32 here in Central California, Zone 9B. And there's a lot of plants I haven't planted before, so I wanted to see how well they did. My frost protection is minimal or none for many plants. Purple tree collards are looking pretty good. The purple that you see, obviously you can tell which leaves are purple. Those are super sweet, delicious actually, like that one right there. Really good. If you're wondering how they taste, I mean, if you've eaten collard before, they taste like that. But when they're like this, the purple tree collard is a perennial, and it doesn't. It's evergreen as well. So there's always leaves year round. But this tastes like, it may sound disgusting, but until you taste it, you'll agree how good it is. Why is there a kumquat over there? That's probably my son did that. Anyways, there's an ongoing thing with me and my son. Every year he takes all the kumquats off the tree and eats them before I get any. God, hold on. Okay, purple tree collard. It tastes like lightly syrup, and you get it broccoli and dip it in it. That's a broccoli with a light sugary syrup on it. That taste, the sweetness of a broccoli, the sweetness on a broccoli, that's how it tastes. Vernon sapote doing really well compared to last year. This tree was about double its height, so as well as that Subel sapote was double the height, almost the height as an avocado. Cut them in half to get them bushier. Flowering. There's another video I'm going to post about the flowering opening up. New leaves are doing fine, even with 30 degrees. So that's pretty good. So that's at least 4 hours of 32 and below that night. So with no covering, it did pretty well. Viola's looking good. That one as well. Summer savory, I'm actually very surprised with. This is a form of zaatar that people use. I use it for salads, the zaatar salad, and putting a little bit of this in tabbouleh or tabbouleh, or which way you like to say it. But this was self-seeded, so, and I have tons of seeds saved, but you can see they just keep going and going. And there's parsley in the middle of this, but parsley is going to be good in the winter. It won't get harmed. Kumquat doing good. The pluot obviously shedding. Radish looks pretty good. The sea buckthorns or sea berries look good, but the male always, this is a male, 2 females. The male always sheds leaves first. Lovage is starting to die back, which is, expected. The Cadota fig starting to dry up. I already pruned. I lightly pruned my pomegranate, the one I grow from like a tree, kind of like almost like a bonsai in a way. Avocados, artichokes looking really good, really good. I was surprised. Some people said it can't really make it here, or this well. I produced an average of 15 to 20 heads per artichoke. So I got about 60, 80 artichokes from this year. And it was planted this year. Goji, my first time planting a goji this year. It produced well, but I saw a lot of birds eating the goji berries off of it. I don't know, I haven't done research that much on it. I don't know if it's evergreen or deciduous, but we'll see how that goes. I put this cage around it to help it stand up a little bit better, because I knew it would be flopping over, which it did. Subel sapote looks good, always does compared to the Vernon. Always does. Still flowering. Should have some open flowers here. There's one right there. See that little tiny sapote in there? But we'll see this year. Avocado in my Mexicola, the blackberry looks good. This is a black satin. The Mexicola avocado looks really good. Those are all flowers right here. And these are leaves and flowers. Let's see right here. Every tip is full. Every tip. Every single tip, as you can see. I don't do nothing but a foot to foot and a half of mulch underneath and fertilize with seaweed. That's it. That's all I've ever really done to this tree. This is about, I planted this October 2015. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I did not cover this Hawaiian solo papaya, but the way it looks now, it's yellow, cringy looking. That's how it looked all year, even with great weather. So I am surprised that at 30 degrees with no protection, this is still here and it doesn't look that bad. And oh darn it, it's flowering right there. How? I don't understand. I mean, this is about a foot deep of mulch at least. Regardless, let's keep going. Viola looks good. Pink savory looks good. Those are Zaatar, hyssop, cilantro, the Saturn peach or donut peach, another viola, coned thyme, another Zaatar plant. Cherimoya looks really good. This is a variety. Last year my cherimoya, I lost it. It was an El Bumpo. This is a chaffee. I was told that this is more of a winter hardy cherimoya, and it is. 30 degrees, no protection except for I put the pipe insulation on the trunk on some of my trees, but on the leaves nothing. They look soft, and I don't know if you can hear it. Let's see if you can hear the sound. Velvety, nice and soft, not crunchy. Any of these are from the summer. This is from the summer. Triple crown looks good. Now the Mexican papaya, amazing. Christmas tree lights hung because I really don't want to lose this one because it's doing so well. Keeping up with frost, but this is doing really amazingly well. And you can see, leave your ideas in the comments, but in my heart, the plant wants to produce. Maybe the plant should produce, but I know deep down that if I take the fruit off, it's gonna grow better. I know that. But you can see how many papayas are on there right now. And you know, it's not gonna be any good. Once the hard frosts come, you know, what am I doing? You know, instead of the energy going to fruit production, it should be going to root development. And I mean, look how many there are. I mean, there's like maybe 6 or 7, and it's still flowering, as well as this little guy. Let's see, right here. So I don't know. Another one. Leave the comments. This is the first year of planting cornicula. It's so heavy laden with fruit that it's tilting. Here, I'll do it straight. You can see it's tilting towards the cherimoya. So Alberquina's over there. That's an older tree. I prune really heavily every year. But I thought this would have ripened already, and it's not. So if you have a cornici, Greek olive tree, yeah, let me know when they ripen. I've never grown this one. I've always done Alberquina, and I know that very well. But the cornici I don't know much about, so let me know. Multi-budded, shedding, burgundy plum shedding. Almond's holding its leaves. I gotta check my other videos from last year. I love doing these videos because it's like a history data, I guess, for my garden to tell me. I don't remember the leaves sticking on this long and this lush. This is almond once again, all in one variety. Moringa doing surprisingly well. More Zaatar, this is Oregonum syricum. They always do well. Mayer's doing well. Oh no, sorry, Satsuma's doing well. More Zaatar, Mayer, lemon, clementine. My herbs, I use this mainly for creating mother plants and then uprooting when I have to move them, which I already did a few things too. There's my son's scarecrow. More moringas, they're doing really well. I took off all the leaves like I mentioned in the previous video. The turmeric is not doing that well. This is my first year trying to plant it, so the small ones are burning back pretty badly. But the big ones are, you know, they're not looking horrible, but we'll see. My peppers are doing pretty well that I kept in here. I mean, I gotta take some and eat them. I love this one. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Poblano, I think. I forgot. But in the Fresno chili, that's my favorite pepper, is that one. And I have Aleppos that are in pots here. I uprooted them and cut them halfway down. That's a Greek Bay. It's another moringa in a pot that I'm gonna transplant if those two cuttings don't make it. Citronella plant's looking good. The celestial fig is, shedded. So there's those fake snakes I put that this year to scare away birds. It did work for a while, but then after a while I started seeing birds sitting on top of the snake. So you might have to move them more or something. Ooh, a rose bloomed. Cool. These are miniature roses. That right there is about double the size or triple the size of your thumb. It's as big as they get. Some of them even smaller, the size of your thumb. That's cool. I didn't notice that. Longevity spinach. I have a katuk in here. Katuk. Yes, Katuk. It's a very, tastes like peanut butter almost, the leaves. And longevity spinach doing really well. Really, if you haven't had this plant before, order it, buy it, find it. Look online. It's an amazing plant. I use this instead of lettuce in my sandwiches and stuff and salads. And this is the Okinawa. Purple on the other side, green on top. Ooh, this is dry. I gotta water it. Good thing I touched it. Guamuchi is doing really well. Let me move back on it. Really well. Mint's doing fine. The runners are growing out. Any mints that hung over, I put into a pot with soil so the runners can go in and grow up, and I sever it from the mother plant, and there you go, another pot of mint. Habeck is looking good. This is the original mint. Timber spicata. This is a very revered and high demand Zaatar plant. Very gorgeous. A lot of people want this. A lot of people ask me questions online, on YouTube and everything about this plant. And I propagated another 30 this year of this. Sweet marjoram looks good. The Barbados cherry looks okay. Last year I almost lost this guy. So I cut this severely low. Alberquino olive looks good. Parsley looks good. Marigold I'm surprised with. I thought it would have already died off. Blueberries look good. This is just one of the 3 patches I have. Echinacea is still producing, which is very, very, very surprising. Look at how pretty that is. This is gonna be the picture right here. Okay, asparagus is starting to die back. This is the first year I ever planted it. This is the first year I ever had an asparagus in the frost. I've never grown asparagus before, and it's kept on producing for me until mid-October. I have a previous video of that. It just didn't stop producing, and this was fed only with foliar fed and in the ground with seaweed and about 2 to 3 inches of mulch, and it just kept producing. Apples are doing good. There's another thing on apples. I have a previous video as well. Here in California, especially central, apples it's not cold enough for the apples to, you can see how gorgeous the leaves still look. Let me focus on them. See how nice and green and thick and lush? Nothing's wrong with them. I'll even show you something else that's pretty cool. Let's see if I can find it. They're even producing new leaves. We're here almost in the middle of December and it's still producing. Let's see, this is I believe a Granny Smith. I have a pink lady over there. This is a Granny Smith, and this is a Fuji. My son's favorite, wife's favorite, and my favorite. My second favorite, pink lady. My first favorite is Macintosh tied with Honeycrisp, but you can't really grow them here. So, what you have to do with these apples is sooner or later I got to go through and pull off all the leaves and put it to sleep. Because it won't shed its leaves. It's not cold enough. I've tried last year. Nothing happened until I did it. But the one thing I love about this Fuji is the dark stems, the dark branches. I love that. Okay, chives look good. Anise hyssopus are looking good. 1, 2, and 3 way over there. I don't like mowing my grass in the winter. I like keeping it full and thick like this. You have seen previous videos of how thick and green lush my lawn is with no chemical fertilizer. but I keep it thick in the winter. You put it down, and you're exposing the roots to the frost. No, it's not good. See what I tell you? There goes my son. Right when he came outside, he goes straight to eat the kumquats. You leave any for Daddy? He said no. Yeah. You said yeah? Oh, you liar. Well, since we do this, I was walking around and I forgot. I did a previous video, but I might as well conclude. Still producing raspberries. First year planting it. He's gonna eat this too, I bet. Look how bright that is. Alright, everyone. Happy gardening. Say bye, Shant.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Wave bye. Say bye. Stop taking kumquats. Okay, that's enough.
I need that one.
No, you don't need that one. You have like 6 in your hand. Come on. Look at this. Alright, thanks, Shant. That's enough. Hey! How much you get? Are you kidding me? Say bye.